Okay guys, in this video, the idea here is just to show you how to kind of start a site and get yourself ready for something like anchors and site preferences. So creating a site would be to click create a site. And I know that many of you have done this without using Aldi or Wix templates. So the idea here is there's a few options. I can click other. If you want to get into site customizing your page or your pages, this is where you'd go to edit a template. And this is where I've asked you to be so you can learn a little bit more. Under here, it gives you a number of options of templates, which you already know, so I'm not going to spend time on this. Another area to look at is over here. We have store options, we have creative options, we have community options, schools, universities, classes, religion, nonprofit, online, weddings, etc. We have blog options for different blog, and if I click it, it just changes the templates below, shows me what I'm looking at, or brings me to the ones. So if I say personal blog, for example. Now the idea over here though is blank template, and this is where you get to design from scratch. When I click blank template, I have different options. Start from scratch, which is nothing on it. Minimal layout, classic layout, gallery layout, strip header layout, one-page layout, and showcase portfolio. So on the one-page layout, this is the one I'm interested in. That means that I don't go to other pages from the main page. I go down the main page to my different sections. So if that interests you, you can click view to look at it further. It brings you here, shows you a little bit about what the site is, and then view full demo will bring you right in. I'm just going to say edit at this point because it is what I'm looking for. Now, the interesting thing about a site that allows you to scroll down is that you have to place anchors on the site so that you can navigate from the top, and likewise so that when you're down somewhere deep into your page or your site, you want to be able to get back up quickly. So there are things embedded in Wix called anchors. And when we go through this, I'll show you how they work. You can see anchors here. And you can see up here, I don't have a menu, I just have a home page. So the idea is to start with menus and pages. Under menus and pages, if the anchor already exists, I can see here, an anchor looks like this. Okay, it's this little tiny guy right here, this green, lime green, or turquoise green link. Okay, you don't see that on the website, you just see it on your build. So I have to services, I have to work, I have nothing down here, so maybe I should add one first. I'm going to call this one, I guess it's going to be contact, because there's a contact us section. So to add an anchor to your page, you would say add, and you would come down to menu, and under menu you would say anchors. Now I don't want an anchor menu, I want an anchor, which is this. So I'm going to just drag and drop this right around the same place the other ones would be. And I can see it says anchor 1 now. Just go back up. Okay, they put it on top, so I'm going to come back up and put this on top too. Oops. I'll add it again. We want to make sure that that follows the same pattern as the other anchors, or things start to look weird. There we go. You can also see there's a back to top button here. Now that will bring me back to the top of my page. That can be added at any time. At the same time, I can copy it. So if it's already here, I can copy it. And if it isn't already here, I would add it. The way I can add something like that is to come under add again. And we could say down here, maybe we would like to do it. By the way, just while we're here, in order to make more room for another section of my website, I can easily adjust page height by pulling this. So you have to find it. Usually it's the bottom. I would pull this down and it would start giving me more room on the page. So as I come down, more room, and make yourself some more room. Now to follow the same pattern as the website already, before I move that button down, I have a line. contact title work. So I'd have to add a title down here, which would be add. We would say heading. Okay, we could look for various headings, etc. What we're looking for, but the idea is to put it in there. The other thing you can add is a decorative strip, so theme lines, etc. So I can add a line across to separate the two sections, depending on what I'm doing, and I can pull that up and adjust it. So Contact Us is now its own section with its own anchor. So back to anchors. I just want to do this because I'm going to add another example for you in a second. So to add an anchor, menus and pages. Instead of adding a page, I'm going to add a link. I'm going to click anchor. And the first anchor is about. So move, it's meaning move it to about. I'm going to say yes. So done. So I'm going to put here about us. And that is done. So it'll bring me up to it, show me. Add it again. This time another anchor. This time to another section, services. Done. Services. Add a third anchor. Which anchor on the page? Well, I haven't done this one yet. To work. And we'll call this work. And the fourth anchor is the one I created. And that one just called anchor 1, but I'm going to change the name of it over here to Contact Us. Now, when I'm adding a new section here, I would come down to add, and I can choose pretty much anything. I like these interactive things, so I might just add something like this, and I can drag and drop it. So I just click on it, hold left click down, and drag it over. Put it into place, and automatically it adds. So I would title that anything really, I mean, whatever I feel like titling it. And now I need another anchor. So I go back to add, I come down to menu, I click on anchors, and I drag a new anchor in right above it. I could say above my title too, but I'll just put it here for now. And that one's now called anchor 2 because I've already added another anchor 1. The rest are called what they are. We can change the title of these. I can change anchor 1 to Contact Us. I can change anchor 2 to strip, interactive strip, which is what this is called. So I've added an anchor, I've added a new section. Now I have to link it. And I come back down to the link button, click on anchor, click on here, go to anchor 2, say done. And on anchor 2, I'm going to say test strip, which is what this is. It's an interactive strip for your user experience. I'm going to say done. Now, let's pretend we're finished. Close this section. When I come back up to the top, I now have a full-fledged menu at the top that I never had before. And if I go to preview this site to see if all this works out, when I click on any of these, Contact Us, for example, I'm brought down to Contact Us. Now you can see I have to scroll all the way back, or I can click back to top. In many of these cases, I have to add that button. So I'm going to go back to top and show you test strip, which allows me to kind of click through, and it's an interactive aspect of a website, depending what you're doing. It's a nice feature for a gallery. Back to top, again, services, as you get it, so on and so forth. Now that back to top button is actually really important, as you can see, because now I have to scroll up or scroll down if the button's not there. So how to duplicate that and add it, we'll just come down quickly. We'll click on back to top. We'll say copy. We'll come up here. We'll say paste. Whoops. Come up here. We'll say paste. Something along those lines. Or we can put it above each one, so it's above work now. And I mean, you could select this button here. You can add any button you want, make it much more decorative and useful for your site instead of something so ugly as the one I have. But you can click on it, and we can change the font anytime. So if I pulled this off, for example, and I moved it up here, I edit the font on it. I would say back to top. And then I actually right click on it when I have it selected again. It's sort of cluttered here, so things are interfering. Maybe not. Let me here. We can come. I don't have enough space. Okay. So what we can do is we can say link right here. And what we want to link is top to bottom. I'm going to say top of page. I'm going to say done. So when I preview and I say back to top, it brings me back to the top of the page. And you get the idea. So that is how to choose a one-page scrolling website, how to add anchors, name them, and link them to create a menu on that one-page scrolling website to scroll all the way up or down. Also, how to add a button that is linked to return you to the top of the page, which we can put throughout the website and embed on above each section so that people can easily scroll back to the top.